So I've spent the last several hours basically sitting here and avoiding making my video in regards to Late Night with the Devil. If you don't know, there's current controversy, and Late Night with the Devil is facing basically a boycott due to its admitted use of generative artificial intelligence. That big AI thing everybody keeps talking about. And while, yes, AI is a tool that can be used to improve the production of film, the problem you run into is ethical because it can, in fact, take jobs away from artistry. Which I mean, in terms of editing, CGI work, even acting and writing. So, because of this, people feel like we need to make an example of Late Night with the Devil. Now, here's where it gets a little cloudy and complicated for me. People want to use Late Night with the Devil as the example because it is a small indie film. They are expecting small indie studios to have better, I guess, decorum than large studios. And if we're not allowing these small studios to do it, what makes you think we're going to allow the large studios to do it? For me, that's kind of the problem, though, is I think we're working backwards. But the thing is, Late Night with the Devil is in fact not the first reported case of the use of generative AI in filmmaking. As a matter of fact, Avatar 2 The Shape of Water took 13 years to make because James Cameron and his team had to develop the technology used to make the film, including artificial intelligence. And if I'll read it to you. Artificial intelligence was used in various aspects of the production of Avatar The Way of Water, including in the creation of the film's special effects and development of the film's complex characters and storyline. AI algorithms were used to analyze the film's script and suggest changes and improvements, as well as generate ideas for new scenes and plot twists. AI was also used to analyze the performances of the actors and make adjustments to the computer generated characters to make better matches the actors' expressions and movements. Sorry, I'm not wearing my glasses. The film that took in $2 billion, I believe it was 2022 or 2023. What's more, the 2024 remake of Roadhouse from Amazon Prime is currently under fire with allegations that they used AI to enhance some kind of voice recordings. I think it was for Conor McGregor, basically using AI and not reporting it. However, nobody's been able to confirm that theory yet. Am I advocating for the use of AI in film? No. At least not really. I am struggling with how I feel about the use of AI in regards to these very shoestring budget films, which is the other part of the whole Late Night with the Devil controversy for me. So the use of generative AI in Late Night with the Devil came in forms of, I guess they're like transition cards. It's usually the "we'll be right back" on TV or whatever. It was mostly like pictures of skeletons. And altogether, we're looking at less than about 20 seconds worth of airtime, which I'm sure an artist would have done. The only reason I'm considering wiggle room for this film in particular is because they were working on a $2 million budget. Comparatively, oh, I'm sorry, less than $2 million. They had less than $2 million to make the quality of work as the first Conjuring film with less than half the budget of the first Annabelle film. If I could put it into a little more perspective, the only horror film I could find that came in under the $2 million of Late Night with the Devil was Paranormal Activity, which was a little over $300,000, and the Blair Witch Project, which was made for $60,000. And if you saw either of those, they were basically handheld cameras and camera tricks. Maybe the opening and closing of a door and a lady get dragged down the stairs by her foot. As opposed to Late Night with the Devil, which was using practical effects, CGI, they were paying entire puppeteers. And while they do have 3 AI generated photos for this movie, or pictures, or whatever you want to call them, there are so many more that are done by actual artists that I don't think it would have really made a difference. So that's my hot take in regards to the whole Late Night with the Devil AI controversy. Um, I'm not advocating for it, but I think we are barking up the wrong tree here. Honestly, there's kind of this thought in the back of my head that if we try to make an example of every single one of these micro budget films, it's going to come back to bite us in the ass because now these big studios are not going to want to fund it for these small projects, and now we're going to be stuck with their big shit. But that's just my thoughts. Now, was Late Night with the Devil any good? I'm not gonna rate it, but I will tell you, since leaving the theater, I've just had this kind of uneasiness, and I don't know if it's because I was kind of dreading making this video, or maybe I just got too scared. It's just, ugh. So proceed with caution. Okay, bye. I'm gonna do How to Train Your Dragon 3 tomorrow, so we have a nice movie.